Hello, Algebra 1. So we are back on day 1. We are on the back now, the solving multi-step equations, and we are going to go ahead and I will show you how to do this today, okay? All right, so let's fill in some blanks first. When we are solving equations, we are also undoing a problem in order to find x. So what this means is that we're actually doing reverse order of operations or reverse PEMDAS. And because of this, because we're going backwards from PEMDAS, we're always going to undo addition and subtraction first. All right, so any addition or subtraction that's going on, we're going to take care of that first. And again, I apologize about this light. It just happens to be where I'm seated. Okay, so let's give it a try. First thing I want you to do is draw your line through your equal sign. Okay, now what you're going to identify is what's on the same side as x. You have both this 2 and this -5. The 5 is subtracting, so we're going to undo him first. The opposite of subtracting is adding. So I'm going to add my 5 on both sides of my line. I'm going to bring down my 2x. -5 plus 5 cancels. Keep your equal sign on the line. 15 plus 5 is 20. Okay, so now what's with the x? A 2. What are they doing? They're multiplying. So to undo the multiplication, we will divide by 2 on both sides. Cancel. X equals 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, and there you go. That's it. Let's give it another try. So draw your line first. Okay, again, you're going to get rid of addition and subtraction first. Okay, I'm back. I turned off the light, so hopefully you can still see me. But we were saying we're undoing addition and subtraction first. So in this case, what's being added? This 3. So we'll undo it by subtraction, once on each side of our line. 4x comes down. Make sure you have your equal sign. And 11 minus 3 is 8. And now that number that's still with x is the 4, and it's multiplying. So to undo multiplying, we will divide. And we're always dividing by that number with the x because that's the number we're trying to move. Okay, 8 divided by 4 is 2. All right, let's try another one. Draw your line. Identify what's on the same side as x. So in this case, it's the 1/2 and it's the -9. That means you're not moving the 15 at all. The 15 is going to stay where it is. Okay? Undo addition and subtraction first. That's this subtract 9, so we will add it. Okay, and you just bring everything else down like normal. -15 plus 9 is -6. Use your calculator as needed. And now that 1/2 that's still there, remember what we learned at the very end of the last lesson was to undo that 1/2, we will multiply by what's called, it's in our word, reciprocal. So that's 2 over 1, or just 2. Okay, so this is really just -6 times 2, which is -12. Okay, how are we doing? 3 more. Draw your line. Okay. Identify what's on the same side as the x. It's that 3, there's a negative there as well, and then the plus 9. That 20 is already on the other side of the line, so we're just ignoring that. We don't need to move that at all. First thing we're going to move is our 9 because it's adding. And to move it, we do the opposite, so notice I'm subtracting. Just bring everything else down. 20 minus 9 is 11. And now this x is dividing by the 3, and so to undo it, we will multiply. And I'm actually going to multiply by -3. I'm going to take care of the negative and the 3 all at once. Okay, again, the opposite of dividing is multiplying. You can cancel those. And 11 times -3 is negative 33. All right, now this one I'm going to need my calculator for, and I bet you will as well. So make sure you pull that out. Okay, just because they're decimals doesn't mean it's any different. We probably need our calculator to do this. So find your numbers that are with x. It's this 4.3 and this 18.7. The 18.7 is adding, so to undo it, I will subtract. Okay, that cancels. Bring down my negative 4.3x. Bring down my equals. And let's type this in. Negative 43.1 minus 18.7. Negative 61.8. And then be careful, you're not adding the 4.3 over, it's multiplying to x, so to undo it, we will divide. And it is a negative divided by a negative, so your answer should be a positive. Now, we are going to practice rounding to the nearest hundredth, okay? If you math frac this, probably nothing's going to happen anyways. Oh, it did. My bad. Okay, well in any case, we're going to practice rounding now. You already know how to use math frac, so just ignore that. That never happened. Nearest hundredth. What you're going to do, you're going to find your decimal. You're going to go 2 numbers to the right. So I have a 0.37. Okay? Right next to the 7, you're going to look at the third number. So in this case, that's the 2. If that number is a 5 or higher, it's going to move our 7 up. But this 2 is not 5 or higher, so it stays a 0.37. And we'll say 14.37 is our final answer. Okay. Last one. This is going to be an under 10-minute video. Draw your line. Again, always undo addition and subtraction first. So since this is a plus 18, I will do the opposite by subtracting 18. Bring down the negative x, bring down the equals. 100 minus 18 is 82. And then this negative here, this is multiplying by a negative 1. So to undo that, we will divide by negative 1. On both sides, and 82 divided by negative 1 is negative 82. Now, most of you probably already showed your work this way. Okay, and if you did, that's fantastic. Some of you might get a little lazy with your work and you get the right answer, but it doesn't look exactly the way mine looks. Usually that's okay, but it isn't in this case. You need to show the work the way I just did. This is the way we're expecting you to show your work in the future and in all of your other math classes from here until you're done taking math forever. So please make sure you're showing your work in this way. All right. The next video will be on to day 2 finally, after spending 2 days on day 1. And make sure you reach out with questions. Make sure you get your Canvas quiz check-in done. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.